seen in the previous video, I took Iron Man out for almost a 2-hour drive, both ways. One about 45 minutes down, 45 minutes back. Few detours around, so it was definitely about an hour drive both ways. So we made it back safely, but it definitely revealed some problems that Iron Man has. And since we made it back on Christmas Day, and that's been about 2-3 weeks ago, Iron Man has basically sat right here because of the problems that it has. But we're gonna talk about them in this video. We're gonna address them. Some of them we're gonna try to fix, some of them might not be fixable at this moment. I am fighting against the sun right here, but I did want to have a quick game plan talk with y'all and tell y'all what's exactly finna happen in this video. So let's talk about the problems that I had on this drive. Now the drive went flawless, absolutely no issues. Well, I shouldn't say that, but so one of the main concerns is my transmission fan not coming on. I don't know if it's because the temperature has been kind of cool, you know, because the engine fans haven't come on either. So engine fans only come on when it sits for a while, but as long as I'm driving, the engine tips stay down at like 140, 160. The fans don't come on the engine till about 185. And the fan on the transmission cooler should come on around 185 also. Another quick tip, my trans cooler is mounted separate from the radiator. So my trans lines go straight into my trans cooler and back into the transmission. They do not go to the radiator, which is a tip that I got from Showtime Transmission. He said, hey, just run a trans cooler and let it be. So that's what I've been doing. But like I said, the issue I've been having is I've been driving this thing. I drove this truck 45 minutes, a little bit more than 45 minutes, and the trans cooler didn't come on. Now, like I said, the engine fans didn't come on either, but I don't know. I just feel like a transmission generates more heat than a motor. I don't know that for sure, but like I said, man, I'm for sure not sure. But I do have a gauge that I want to wire up to trans temp to try to get the temp of the transmission, so I can see when it gets up to temp. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wire up the temps gauge. Next issue is timing. I did put a little small timing light on this engine, but I do want to get the optimized timing. I think sometimes I got too much timing, sometimes I don't know. So I bought some little vacuum port closer thing. So we're gonna close off the timing advance, and we're gonna recheck this timing with this little cheap eBay timing light that I got. We're gonna recheck the timing. Another concern that I had was I was missing oil. So, and I know missing oil is definitely not something to take lightly. So I refilled my oil and I said, okay, what's going on here now? I don't have any smoke out the tailpipe or anything like that. So I'm like, dang, where could the oil be going? You know, if it's not burning it, where could the oil be going? So that's another issue. We got to figure out what's going on with this oil. Let's hope we ain't got nothing going on with the engine, guys, because I just rebuilt this engine for the guys who don't know. Just rebuilt my 350 with all new pistons, rods, and all new rings, all new bearings all through the motor. I did miss some oil, so we're gonna let the oil settle back down, and I want to recheck it again to see if the oil has dropped again. Which, I mean, obviously we gotta address an issue, because like I said, the oil was low. It was low after my 2-hour drive. It was fairly low. Still in the safe zone, but it was definitely low. And it wasn't the first time I had to fill that oil up. So we definitely got to address a leak. And then there's the other part. I have not seen a leak of oil anywhere either. So I don't know, guys. We just got some issues we got to work out. Let's start by trying to see if we can get this trans temp gauge to work first, and then we'll check the timing, and then we'll find this oil leak. Because the trans temp is, well, I know my trans temp shouldn't be more important than me missing oil, but it is. That trans temp thing has been running me crazy. So let's just do the trans temp. We'll do the timing, and then we'll tackle that oil leak, because that's something I'm definitely not looking forward to. So let's jump into it. One other issue that I did forget to mention was I have 2 electric fans in here, and one of my electric fans wasn't coming on, but just fixed that problem. It was just the ground had come loose, so rehooked the ground back up, and that fan should work. I have not tested it, but it was working before, so problem solved. That's what we gonna say. Hold on, now why is it wet up under here? And that's oil. Is that oil or is that coolant? Come on, Iron Man, don't keep stressing me out, man. I don't know where coolant would have came from. That might be another problem for another day. I think that's coolant or oil or something. I I don't know. I don't know where it would have come from because I haven't. Anyway, I can't address all the issues today. But anyway, we're not gonna worry about that right now. We're gonna focus on what we're working on, which is getting these electric fans wired up. So let me point y'all this way so I can show y'all. I hope, I mean, and I really hope y'all can see what's going on up under here because I can't really see my thingy. But so right here, back here is a relay, and this relay is what my electric fans are wired up. I mean, not electric fan, but my trans fan is wired up to. It is wired up with this, you know, wired up with this relay. So instead of running a wire all the way back, I didn't know if I could just bring a wire out to this wire that goes to the trans fan. I mean, that goes to the trans fan because this actually hooks directly to the temp gauge. So I don't know if it'll read temp from here or do I gotta run a wire all the way down and tap into it down there, but I don't know. But this wire goes to the temp thing. So, you know, like I said, I don't know much about wiring. This is me trying to figure it out, guys. I'm finna go grab some wire and we gonna just try to stick a piece of wire up in there, tap into it, and let's see if we can get this gauge working, man. So let's try to get this done. And after we do this, we're gonna go out for a drive, make sure the trans fan is coming on, try to see if we can locate that oil leak and a possible coolant leak that I didn't know of. But like I said, that's neither here nor there. What else we got, man? Then we gotta do the timing. We're gonna do all that before we go out. So let me go grab some wire and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so we got this thing just rigged up. And right now we're reading about 170, 172 is where it keeps jumping at. I wanna let this baby run long enough until this gauge hits, until this gauge hits 185, which is where that fan should come on. Once I can get that fan to come on, I'm good. I can breathe a little bit. But it has not gone above 172 for some reason. I don't know if the gauge is wrong. Oh, there we go, 176. Okay, we're starting to go up. So I'm gonna just let this baby idle until the fan come on because it's, you know, as you can see, your boy back in the merch. So I'm gonna let it go until we hit 185. So just so I can, you know, I'm gonna probably let it go past 185, 190 or so. And if I haven't got a fan by then, we're gonna have to do some rewiring, or I'm gonna probably purchase a sensor. But I may just straight wire for the time being. So as soon as I switch the ignition on, the fan cooler will probably pop on. So yeah, right now we just playing the waiting game, guys. So I'm gonna let this thing continue burning all my gas out, and then if it comes on, or if it reaches temperature and it doesn't, I'll turn y'all back on at that time, guys. So I did have to just straight wire the fan, not straight wire, but as soon as I hit the ignition, the fans come on and they just gonna be on the entire time. Luckily I don't daily drive this truck, so I think it'll be okay, honestly, because I just could not get it to work, and then the gauge inside, it was jumping around, and I don't know, I don't think it's right. So let's jump on this timing because I know y'all can see it. We are running out of daylight. My videos have not been going very smooth lately, so, but yeah, we got these. Let me go grab the timing light. We're gonna check the timing on this thing, and then gotta figure out that oil leak. So let me turn this thing off, let the oil drain back down so I can check it, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so I do have my vacuum hooked up from my distributor, so you gotta pull that off, put a cap on the what's the name, and then cap off the distributor. I don't even know what you want to call it, but the vacuum advance, cap off both sides, and we're gonna fire this baby back up, and I'm going to get the timing light, and we're gonna see what this timing hitting light. Now that I just got the fan coming on, so it's coming on, and that'll be it until I can go ahead and do some research. I've actually already found a solution. I just gotta order it. So Anyway, let me go get the timer light. We gonna do a little bit of time and just making sure everything is where it need to be, because we finna do some ride reactions and it's finna be rough on this engine. So just wanna make sure everything together. All right, guys. So here's my little cheap timing light. We're gonna take this thing out for a drive in just a second. I think I found that oil leak, I think. I saw a little oil around the oil pressure sensor. So I don't know if maybe that's where the oil is coming from. I don't know. Not 100% sure, to be honest. But I tightened it up a little bit, but it was tight though, to be honest with you. It was tight. But don't know where the oil leak is coming from, honestly. I did just I guess you can say let it ran for a while. So once I let the oil drain back into the pan, I'll give it about 15 minutes to let it drain back down. I'll come back and check it because the engine has been running a lot today. So we'll see if I'm missing any oil. If I'm missing any, then I know. Yeah, I know we still got a problem somewhere. So these old schools will stress you out. That's all I can say about that. So my timing at idle is about 10 degrees. Once I rev it up to about 2,500 to 3,000, it jumps up to about 30, 32 with the vacuum advance. So it's definitely where it's supposed to be. Sounds a little bit better to me than I think. I'm pretty sure I had way too much timing in it. So definitely glad I went ahead and got that checked out, because yeah, it was I was probably on the way to messing up another piston ring or something. So yeah, got the timing right. We are this close to doing ride reaction, so I just need to find this oil leak, or I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm gonna just add oil to it if I got to, because until I can figure it out, we're just gonna be adding oil. So yeah, man, y'all let me let this drain down and I'll get back with y'all. All right, guys, so my coolant leak coming from the heater core has gotten very, very, very bad, because my jug over here is almost empty. So I'm gonna overfill this baby just a little bit. Overfill it. And I still got half a jug right here. So go in the house, let's see what I need to order, guys. What do I need to order? Temp fan sensor, I'm thinking. Because honestly, at this point, I'm not sure. Because the temp fan could be working. I don't know. Because the wiring up here was actually kind of screwed up a little bit. So I'm kind of thinking maybe it wasn't the sensor. So might have to take my contraption and loose back here, hook it back up, and see if it comes on another day off camera. But for the ride reaction, I'm gonna just leave it, add a little coolant. So I think the oil should be drained back down by now. and it was full. So, and yeah, we are full. I know y'all ain't gonna be able to see this because I know this camera ain't gonna focus. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but we are full. So all it was the temp sensor. So let me get y'all set up on the inside, and we're gonna go for a little small little drive, checking the timing, checking the fan, making sure everything is on the up and up, because I know for sure I got about 3 ride reactions to do. But yeah, so y'all hanging out with me. We're gonna get everything together, ready to ride. Alright, so here we go. Fan coming on. Alright, y'all. Here we go. Let's see what our Iron Man can and will do. Let's see if it any more peppier. Let's see if the Iron Man got any more pep in his step. Alright guys, here we go. Just a little drive. Y'all know I'm gonna have to hit it though. Y'all know I got to hit it. Still hear the fan. Still hear my cooling fan. I actually see. I missed the trans temp. I still hear the fan, so we good. I actually see cooling on my flow from my what's the name, but we're gonna order that in just a minute. Because it was sitting so close to the header, I think the heat from the header kept making it blow, kept making the fuse blow. So I think I'm gonna turn around and give y'all just a little something, nothing too crazy. enough for me. Even though I turned the timing down, it actually still feels about the same, if not a little bit faster, to be honest. So I guess too much timing is just as bad as not enough, I guess. We got a miss though, I don't know what that is. We gotta figure that out. Oh, there it goes. Alright guys, I'm gonna get turned around right here. Just get turned around right here, guys. I think that's what it was, because the trans cooler is still working, so here we go, we down in one. Here we go. I'm gonna get out here first. Y'all ready? Count it out. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Y'all see I had to fight with that man for a little bit. But I think we're ready, guys. I think we are ready. But all right, man. Listen, y'all stay tuned. We got the ride reactions coming up. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. PullsTv, gone.